Yay.
All right. So, let's do this.
See, shall I?
Just read the title and then, because the first line is mine, I believe.
Alrighty. Oh God! Shoot.
Are you okay?
That was anticlimactic.
Sorry. I failed.
Are you okay? Are you gonna die or something?
I'm good. Okay, so without any further interruptions from my lack of properly clearing my throat,
And my dog is barking. Lily, quiet! We are trying to entertain the people.
wait.
I got it.
what was that? Stage's dog? Timmy's stuck in a well.
We must save Timmy!
Wait, who's Timmy?
Save him!
My dog is going crazy. I'm sorry. Oh gosh.
Don't bring the
well-
dog here. Bring the dog away.
Well,
No,
this is awkward,
blame
isn't it?
Raz. Raz is the one who's trying to control the dog. Anyway, let's continue while she attempts to control my dog.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Hopefully, any further interruptions from dog, cough, or otherwise. Radio is Magic Productions now presents to you our humble rendition of Twilight Finds a Book of Puns. Well, this is awkward.
Well, this is interesting.
Twilight's horn glowed as she pulled a dusty old book out of one of the shelves, stuck all the way in the corner of the library. The shelf wasn't used much, and the books weren't usually read. However, Twilight had read mostly all the books in the library, including all the new ones that had just come in the day before. This book was dusty, and Twilight had never seen it before. She blew on the cover, pushing a sheet of dust off of it and revealing the title.
The Equestrian Dictionary of Puns?
She said, brushing off the book of any remaining dust. The book was large, almost the size of the normal dictionary, and it had pages filled with spaced-out puns. Twilight delved into the book, opening to the first page and reading quickly. By the time it was noon, she had already finished the entire book. Inside her head, puns bounced around, covering her mind. She looked around, and every object she saw was now an object of pun. Looking at the clock, she saw that it was about noontime, and that she had promised to meet her friends near the fountain in the central square. Placing the book back into the shelf, she trotted out of the library and toward the fountain. Called Twilight, trotting up to her group of friends as they waited for her by the fountain.
Hey, Twilight, how's it going?
Said Rainbow Dash, stopping her conversation with Applejack.
Too bad.
Said Twilight, staring at the fountain behind them.
What are you up to?
Nothing much. We're actually just planning to go by the beach a couple minutes outside of Ponyville. Wanna come?
I'd love to, as long as it doesn't take a mile to get there.
What?
Nothing.
The ponies all agreed that going to the beach would be the best idea on such a hot day. So they began their trek. They trotted through Ponyville, going through the central square that was bustling with ponies. Applejack decided to stop and buy an apple for a snack,
One apple, please.
said Applejack, sliding one bit to the pony behind the stand. She came back with 2 apples, even though the sign said that it was 1 bit per apple. Applejack picked the apples one at a time, eating one whole right as she took it off the stand,
I thought that each apple was 1 bit. How did you get 2?
said Rarity as Applejack chewed on her apple.
She must be an insider in the apple business.
Chimed Twilight. Applejack swallowed her apple.
Twilight's right. Us here apple-grown folk are all in the business together, which means
Rarity
discounts.
nodded.
It's nothing like that in the fashion business.
And that's probably because it's so competitive. Every fashion designer wants their competition store to clothes.
I
Clothes.
suppose you're right, Twilight.
Twilight frowned. None of her friends were picking up on her brilliant use of puns. She had to up the usage, and fast, if she wanted the dictionary to be of any use to her. The ponies exited Ponyville, entered a forest filled with tall trees that were spaced out just enough as to allow the
Would you look
sunlight
at
to come
this?
through,
Leave it to nature to make paths like these beautiful.
said Twilight, looking around at everything around her.
I'm not so fond of these ferns, but that's oak, because if you look around, the trees
Twilight,
spruce things
stop
up.
using puns.
said Rainbow Dash.
You've noticed?
said Twilight, a smile coming to her face.
We've all noticed, Twilight.
Said Applejack.
And it's annoying.
Finished Rarity, said Twilight,
Sorry.
putting on a sheepish smile.
I didn't know you weren't a fan of my pleasantry.
Applejack groaned.
Will you stop making bad jokes, Twilight?
Sorry, I've got them rooted in my
If
brain.
you're going to tell jokes, tell them later. Right now we need to focus on getting to the beach.
Said Rainbow Dash.
But Rainbow Dash, there's no time for rest. I can't save these jokes
Twilight
for
let
later.
out a small giggle as Rainbow Dash rolled her eyes.
Twilight, even I don't think these are funny.
Said Pinkie Pie.
Yes, Twilight, please stop these bad jokes.
Said Rarity.
I see your sycamore puns, but I hope you stick around because they're just blooming and I'm liking them.
Twilight broke out into a wide smile, unable to hide her glee any longer. She thought the puns were hilarious, while every pony else just groaned at the sound of them.
Twilight, stop. Even Fluttershy is tired of them.
Said Applejack.
Well,
Stubborn Fluttershy. She bowed her head.
oh, it's true. I don't like them.
She croaked in a raspy voice. Twilight looked at Fluttershy.
Okay, fine. I'll stop. But you will owe me one.
With a final groan, the ponies silently made their way through the forest into the beach, lest they talk and spur more puns from Twilight. They finally made their way out of the forest and into the shady beach area. Nearby was a tall cliff, overlooking the blue water. It could almost be considered a mountain had it not been over the water. Twilight started to smile, and the water section of the dictionary flooded into her mind.
Hey, look! It's the ocean!
She yelled,
Every pony wave!
but before the ponies could groan, Twilight was already on to her next pun.
I'm sure we'll have a fun time here, but if you see a storm, we'll have to leave. I'm getting a little tongue-tied with all these puns, and they're cracking me up. I shall not bait any longer. Let's go test the water.
Twilight, stop.
Said the bemused Applejack.
Well, I guess I cod, but what are we going to do? This trip has no purpose if I can't
Seriously,
make puns.
Twilight, it's getting old.
Said Rarity.
Peer pressure has no
No
effect on me.
pony pikes your puns.
Said
I
Rainbow
feel
Dash.
a little bad making all these puns, but what are you going to do?
The ponies gave up. There was no stopping Twilight. Suddenly, Spike came running through the forest and into the beach holding a letter from Celestia. He had hair above
Twilight,
his
I
lip.
must ask you a question.
He exclaimed.
All right, what is it? Did you see Celestia about sending the dresses
This is
to
up
Neptune?
Neptune. It's freezing up there.
Exclaimed Rarity.
What is going on, Twilight?
Oh, nothing, Rarity. I just wanted to have the
Spike
coolest
and Twilight
outfits.
broke out into laughter. Rarity started to giggle, and it eventually grew into a laugh. Rainbow Dash, Pinkie Pie, and Applejack all joined in, finding humor in the pun. Fluttershy remained silent.
What's wrong, Fluttershy? You didn't find it funny?
Asked Twilight after she had finished
I
laughing.
did, but I don't really want to laugh.
Said Fluttershy. She paused for a moment.
Because I'm a little horse.
Oh!
That made it so hard. That made it so hard for me to do her voice. I was like holding back laughter, and I was like, little horse because pony and funny and oh.
It was really hard for me the entire time not to go and just do the oh after every pun. Just must not be that guy. Must
Little
not
horse.
be that guy.
Get it, little horse.
This was so beautiful.
I approve.
This is one of the most beautiful things I've read in a long time.
I do good?
You do good.
Yeah, I do good.
Oh my. I'm a little horse.
I was like, I get it. That was hard not to laugh at.
Serious. That was good. I approve. Well, I hope that everybody liked that. And that was Twilight Finds a Book of Puns. Well, this is Hawkward by whoever wrote this. Who wrote this?
Troll, I think. Go up, go up.
Guys, it's pun-derful.
It's troll, I think.
I don't know.
Let me see. It's
Who
troll.
wrote it? We shall find
Troll.
out. We shall find out because we should give credit where credit is due. Yes? Yes. if it would load, which it is not.
Troll.
Troll on fanfiction.net. Thank you for this. This was highly amusing.
That's kind of funny. Troll.
Twilight finds a dusty old book full of puns and begins to use them, much to the dismay of her friends, considering her puns are slowing down their travels and they need to be punctual. Pun. It's even
Oh, I like one of these, the comments that's actually left on the fic that has more puns in it. It's by Unwet Lips, and the comment says, "Geez, Twi, some ponies being selfish with the puns. Keep this up, and you might ostracize your friends. Could you be any more Pacific?" But even though she's annoying, Rarity, no need to be a real beach about it.
Oh,
puns.
Oh my! I just found the one you were reading.
There are funny jokes on here too. By
My dog has escaped. Sorry.
There's 2 jokes on here by Fan Not a Nerd. Why can't a bicycle stand on its own? It's too tired. What happens when a clock gets hungry? It goes back for seconds. 4 seconds. Too tired.
Bronze Dragon wrote, "As far as puns go, I think Rarity would be the one to keep their friends in stitches. As long as she doesn't lose the thread of the story, she could keep needling her friends. The story just keep bobbing along, and if one of them got sad, she could stop and sing her a song until someone put their foot down." Oh God, so many sewing puns. This is awesome.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
There's one by Bugenhagen. You do realize I'll have to punish you for this.
Punish
You for this.
Oh my goodness, this is amazing. The comments are as good as the story. Why? Why?
Sooner or later, I'm
puns
just
are
going to have
amazing.
to come over there and grab my shoe and just cobble you to death.
Oh. Oh, AJ, how you know my soul.
So. Yes.
I don't have a comment to that, so I'm just going to sit here and just drink my drink and eat crackers.
You got your tongue at me.
Oh God.
I'm sorry, this is getting really just a bit lacy for me.
I can't even right now.
Matter, are you feeling under the leather?
Yes. I'm not very good
Sorry,
at
we didn't mean to, shake up your wellies at all.
Oh God. Anyway.
I'm brimming with sheer excitement.
I guess we should just get back off on the right foot.
If you keep this up, I'm gonna boot you off the show. That wasn't funny. I'm so bad at puns. This is why I'm just staying quiet.
That's why we bring you on the show, because you're no fun. Because pun.
Have me rocking on my heels.
Okay then, moving on.
You put a skip in my step.
Oh.
You're the perfect fit.
Cricket.
Yeah, that's bad.
I
I'm
hope
sorry.
the shoe fits or you'll have a nice trip. My
Eh,
cousin is going on me
see
one
you-
time it didn't work.
see you next fall.
Thank you for saving me.
Next fanfic.
Alright. Our next fanfic is called That's How We Roll in Appaloosa.